get my guests, that's why I have them on, yeah. Neither get my guests, that's why I have them on, yeah.
Welcome to another episode of I Can't Make This Up. I'm your host, AJ Dunk. You can find me at ajdunk.com. From there, you have my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter. All the names on there are AJ Dunk. If it's not AJ Dunk, it's AJ Dunk, all caps. The only exception is my Snapchat. The name on there is Wet Laugh. If you go to ajdunk.com, you can find my YouTube page, which then links you to a lot of video content. I have the soup of the day, and I have previous episodes of I Can't Make This Up. Also, you can subscribe to be on my mailing list, which I send out episodes and updates weekly. It's once a week, so don't worry about your email getting flooded with that. I have a special guest here today. I consider all my guests to be special if they take the time out of their day to be on an episode of I Can't Make This Up. So guests, if you would, please introduce yourself.
What's going on? I'm Errweezy from Jersey City.
You're who?
Errweezy from Jersey City.
Errweezy.
Errweezy.
Okay, Errweezy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, AJ.
And that's what you would like to tell the people about yourself? Like, so if somebody was to just meet you, hi, I'm Errweezy from Jersey City.
Yes, I'm Errweezy from Jersey City.
And that's all.
Well, you want me to use my real name?
No, I'm just saying
that's my name. So like, you go on my Instagram and stuff like that, you'll find Errweezy. That's my name. And that was given to me from college.
And that would be like your introduction to people.
Yeah, hi, I'm Errweezy.
All right.
Well, of course, I would normally say, hi, my name is, and I would tell my real name. But, you know,
no, I feel
my stage name for when I become a character is Errweezy.
For when you become a character.
Yes.
All right.
That's my goofy side.
Okay. Understood. I just didn't know if you wanted to give me more. But that works. That's fine. Don't worry about that, Errweezy.
Thank you, AJ.
Okay. So, if you could you think about a time where somebody tried to play you and you were like, yo, don't try to play me?
Oh, no, they didn't try. They did play me.
Oh.
No. I was celebrating my 31st birthday.
Okay.
Las Vegas. I got played out by my friend who was supposed to come with me. But instead of her telling me months in advance, weeks in advance, she tells me the day before we're supposed to meet up in Las Vegas that she wasn't going to show up. She literally played me. So I had to go to Las Vegas by myself for my birthday. How pathetic is that?
Well, hold on. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. So, she had the plane ticket booked and everything?
No. She was like, I just got the money. I'm going to buy it. Every week we had an update of what was going on. I bought my ticket. When are you buying your ticket? So we sitting here going through the motion. She's like, oh, we're going to have fun. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing that. It's your birthday. It's your weekend. It's all about you. But she ain't never buy the ticket. So then the week of, I had to fly out to Orlando to go to a work conference. So I'm like, okay, from Orlando, I'm going straight to Vegas. I'll meet you there. You know? Got the room. Room was cheap. So I'm like, all right, what's going on? So I'm asking her what's going on. Her father supposedly just gave her the money for her to get her plane ticket. So then I'm on the phone with her on Monday. Yeah, I'm about to get this plane ticket. On Tuesday, I'm texting her. No response. Wednesday, no response. Thursday, I finally get like a three-page response that was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't make it. Da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, the fuck? You really waited until the day before this trip to tell me that you're not coming? You could have said this on Monday when I last spoke to you. You could have said it a week ago. You could have said it a month ago. You could have just told me from jump that you wasn't going to be able to go. Instead of sending me a lame-ass text message. That was corny. You could have called me and said that. But of course she didn't call me. She just texted me. That's supposed to be my best friend. I haven't spoken to her since that happened.
I don't blame you.
I'm like, I just can't bring myself to speak to her right now. I'm still mad about it.
Yeah, if you end up going to Las Vegas by yourself.
I mean, I had fun. I was drinking. I could have drunk more if I had a sidekick, but...
I feel you. And then also, if you were planning on splitting the room, then that's a lot more out of pocket that you gotta come.
The funny thing was, I already paid for half the room already. I ain't stupid. I was going to Las Vegas to go gamble. I need to make sure I can afford this place. So I told them to put half of it down on my credit card, so I didn't have anything to worry about. So by the time I got there, I only owed like $100 more because I paid for it already.
Wow.
It was a free trip. All you had to do was provide your own plane ticket. I had the room already.
Okay. But dang, when you introduced yourself, you could be like, "Hi, I'm Errweezy from Jersey City." Your friend could be like, "Hi, I'm never going to Las Vegas."
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because that ain't never happened. That ain't never happened. Never.
Yo. I would be tight.
I was tight, but I was not going to sit here and let that be a downer. I was going there to celebrate myself. So I went there and I rocked it solo.
I feel you. Did you send them pictures throughout the trip, like making them jealous?
Go on my Facebook.
I would have sent them directly to the person.
Nah, At that time, I was mad because I would have sent a middle finger on each one if I had done that. Because that's how mad I was. Because I'm like, my thing was, we weren't just friends. We were like family. And I said, and the one thing I always said was, family doesn't do family like this. But then I said, maybe they do. My family doesn't do that. But I said, maybe they do. So I said, all right, no problem. So if you want to see what happened or what went down, go on my Facebook. You'll see my pictures.
Wow. There you go.
Because I was all over Las Vegas. I was a little Las Vegas hoe. I was all over Vegas.
I'm Errweezy from Jersey City, Vegas.
I spoke to anybody and everybody that wanted to talk. I would talk to them.
Hey, that's there you go. So you made all friends. Okay. So if I was to turn on the news tomorrow and there was a headline, and the headline read, Errweezy, blah, blah, blah. You fill in the blah, blah, blah.
All right. You don't have to turn them on. You can go on Google and look it up because I am on the news. So, the ending of my trip in Vegas, I was trying to come home. So, I got on the plane. I paid extra money to get on early. And the next thing you know, these two guys, I don't want to sit here and bring color into it, but they were white. And they turned around and was just like, nah, I'm not sitting there. They went to the stewardess and told the stewardess, oh, that's not going to work. Not for this 5-hour flight. So I had to be escorted off the plane. So, it got to the news because my friend, one of my cool peoples, turned around, put it on his Twitter, and then next thing you know, the next day I'm all over the news. I'm on New Jersey News. I'm on Google. I'm all over the place. 385-pound man thrown off a plane. United. Right there. So it happened. And then it ain't nothing. Like literally, you Google my name, I pop up. I'm international. I read something from India. Like literally, it's in India. It's like my picture pops up, and then all this fucking script in India, and it's there. It's all over the place.
This incident when they drugged the man off of the plane. What airline was that? Was that United?
That was United as well. They ain't do that to me. That wasn't happening.
Oh, I know that didn't happen.
That wasn't happening. I was just like, no, don't touch me. I'll get up and go because I was solo. I wasn't gonna act a fool. I couldn't act the way I would normally act. But had that been a different situation, like not an airplane, but let's say maybe a train or something like that, I would have showed my ass. I would have.
Yeah, you didn't want to get arrested.
No, I don't play with the ETA. I don't do that. No. Yeah.
I feel you.
But no, yeah, I've been on the news. So, yeah.
So you go to Vegas solo.
Yeah.
Try to come back solo. You were going to be solo until those two people showed up in the row and said, "No, yo."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no.
So you actually made a headline.
Yeah, I made a headline. The funny thing was, the person that asked me to leave my seat, they had to find the biggest person that works for that airline to come and find me. So I guess I wouldn't feel bad. I'm just looking like chick telling me I'm too big to sit here and sit in the seat, but I'm like, boo boo, you walking sideways to get to me.
That's And the thing is, like, That's messed up on United part, because it could just have well been like you weren't sitting in their seat, right?
No.
You fit in your seat.
Yep.
So that's like if they walked up and they were just like, I'm not sitting next to this dark skinned person.
I kind of was the only one that was dark on that damn plane. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, it could have been other people that was, like, you know, of my cultures, because I'm mixed. It could have been, but the majority was a little on the light side, you know. But I didn't want to sit here and bring race into it, because I said, I was like, no, we're Americans. Everybody's an American. Like, we're people. We're humans. Yeah. So, there's no point. Ignorance is ignorance, but it is what it is. But, yeah, but they also changed my seat, too, because I was supposed to sit on an aisle seat. They changed me to a middle row. So when I realized they did that, I went back to the lady like, excuse me, yeah, no, that's not happening. The middle row, me, nah, you got to put me back in the seat that I originally applied for. And I said, and here's my original ticket, so letting you know what seat. She said, oh, we had to change things around. Change it back.
Yeah.
So, but then, like I said, I was embarrassed at the end. So that was my headline. That was my headline, yeah.
Now, one question for you, because I did see one of the videos. Now, when you was doing the interview and you was leaning up against the treadmill, did you find that to be funny when you watched that shit back?
I didn't realize it at the time, but it was just like, because remember, because I got kicked off the plane, I didn't get back till late. So by the time I got back, I came home, I didn't care where I threw my stuff. So I threw everything in my room, right? So by the time I woke up, I got my regular phone ringing, my cell phone is going off. I was hearing it beep, so I'm like, okay, somebody's texting me. And then I heard the phone ringing. I'm like, what's going on? Then I heard knocking at my door. All three happened at the same time. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, can't I just sleep? So then I get up. I don't even check my phone, but I go to the door. And I see, I don't know, can I say her name, but AJ Ross. That's the person that, News Channel 7 sent to my house. So I'm like, you're outside my house. Like, you're outside my door. I'm like, I've seen you on the news. Like, you're AJ Ross. Like, AJ Ross is in my house. I was like, yeah, give me 5 minutes. So I had to run. I grabbed my phone. I'm, like, sitting here, like, looking. I got 30 text messages from everybody. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So then I completely didn't realize, like, oh, I did do an interview, like, for Huffington Post. I did speak to somebody from Channel 7 from Las Vegas and stuff. So I'm like, okay, like, what? Like, I ain't think nothing of it. I'm like, this shit is not going to be that serious. Yo, it became serious, and it became serious real fast. So I had to hurry up and get myself together. I had to hurry up. Yeah, I had to put water on my hair, gel that back, because it had to be. Yeah, I had to hurry up. I had no time. It had to just happen. Then I had to brush my teeth, and then I had to grab the first thing I could find to put on. I found that thing I could put on. I was just like, yeah, come on in the living room. And yes, that's where my treadmill was, in my living room. So when we're recording, it was lighting. So it was just like, if I had been in the back, the light would have hit the would have hit me. You wouldn't have been able to see me on camera without that blur. So I had to be on the side where it was shining on me instead of me being on the opposite side. But yes, it is funny that I got thrown off a plane for being overweight, and then I'm giving this interview about being overweight. But yeah, I got a treadmill though. I got a treadmill. I'm clearly working on myself. So, but yeah, I still got thrown off a plane. I guess I wasn't working hard enough.
Okay, yeah. So the backstory does help clarify the actual video and how the things went down.
Yeah.
Because wow, as soon as you get home, they're just popping up.
That was like 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's
like 10 o'clock, 10:30. I don't even remember what time it was. I just know it was before 11 a.m. Now, I didn't get back home in Jersey until like 6. By the time I got home, it was late.
Yeah.
So was it about 6? I might be exaggerating, about 6. No, it was probably like around 2. By the time I had to go back to my grandmother's house to get my car. So it was like
a lot of things you had to do.
In between. Yeah. So it was just like by the time my uncle got to pick me up, because he was supposed to be picking me up later or earlier, and he I had to wait for him a little bit. It was freaking cold in Jersey. I'm wearing flip-flops and shorts. So you already, was I wearing shorts? I don't even remember if I was wearing shorts, but all I know is I was fucking cold. It was just cold. So I'm like, all right, I'm back in this weather. And then by the time I got home, it's like 1 or 2, and I'm just like, I'm tired. Yeah. I'm going home. I need to jump in my bed. I just need to go to sleep.
It's crazy how they got your address, too.
I don't even know.
Showed up. Like, that's wild.
Yep. So. And they was calling my job. They got my job number too. I don't even know how they called my job. Like, everybody was just like, yo, everybody was looking for you. Everybody was looking for me.
Wow. So you are United before United happened. You are this dude before that.
Yep. Before they wanted to start dragging people off. I walked off. You wasn't dragging me. But they,
Wow.
You would have thought they would have took me off because of my tight jeans or something. I don't know. But they let them other 2 girls talk about, you can't fly on this with leggings. Like, you know, yeah. I guess I was the catalyst for it.
There we go. All right. So we'll move along to one word. The way this works is I will either give you a word or a phrase, and you can respond with just one word.
Okay.
The purpose is because what I like to do is break stereotypes. So this doesn't give you a chance to necessarily defend yourself. You're just saying one word and that's it. But on the last one, I'll tell you it's the last one before I say it. And then you give me one word and then you can explain.
Okay.
All right? All right. So, ready to start?
Yes.
Okay. Curly hair.
Sexy.
Yo, I did not expect you to answer so quick. I like it, but it just caught me off guard. All right. Favorite color?
Blue.
Books.
Harry Potter.
Ooh. Movie.
Ooh, Sex and the City.
Ice cream.
Vanilla.
Day of the week.
Saturday.
Oh, you're quick. Favorite letter.
E.
E. Number.
5.
Vacation.
Atlantic City.
I'll accept that as one word. AC.
AC. AC.
Yeah. Superpower. If you could have one superpower.
Telekinesis. I want to move things.
All right. Gambling.
Fun.
Favorite singer.
Whitney Houston.
African American. One word.
I want to say sexy.
Okay. White.
Okay.
Asian. One word.
I can't.
Oh, you ain't as fast now.
No, because it sounds racist. I can't say it.
You only got one word.
Godzilla.
Short.
Tall.
Tall.
Short.
Okay. Muscular.
Interesting.
All right, and here's the last one. I'm gonna give you the word, then you give me one word. After that, then you explain why you said that one word.
Okay.
All right. Errweezy. One word.
Errol.
Errol.
Yes.
Now, why do you say Errol?
Because when I was in college, I first went by my middle name, Darnell. And then after I went by my middle name, Darnell, that's when like 2 people from my high school was just like, why do you want them to call you Darnell? So I was just like, why are you minding my business? So it was like that. So then I was just like, all right, so they done blew my spot up. So I can't, I'll go by my real name. What it is that growing up, Errol, it must be so hard to say. Mm. I get Earl, I get Eric, I get Arul, I get Urul. I get so many different names that I'm just like, this is crazy. So The same question you're asking me now was what was asked when I was hanging out with the women's basketball team members. And my girl, one of my girls, who was the center of the team, she was like, so everybody always messing up your name? And then I was like, yeah. So then she was like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to call you Errweezy. So I'm like, I like that. That's nice. And at the time, my hair was really, really long. So she was just like, yeah, Errweezy. She was like, because your hair is always so breezy. So that's why, like, Errweezy is, like, something that stayed with me. So, yeah. There you go.
I like you got. She didn't even just wait a minute. She was like, "All right, you know what, motherfucker, we gonna fix this shit real quick. We not just gonna give you a name. We gonna give you a theme song, Errweezy, cause your hair's so breezy." My man, not even. He got one of the basketball players to become his cheerleader. That is funny. That's funny. All right. Okay. So we'll move right along to what happened.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up a hypothetical situation.
All right.
And then what I want you to do is tell me how we got to that situation.
Okay.
All right. So we're in the park, you and we're sitting on the bench. I am sitting down, and I have on, like, the pilot wings, like a pin.
Okay.
A United pin. Okay.
Okay.
I have a bag of casino chips in my hand, and I have a guitar-shaped big drink with a straw. Okay?
Okay.
I'm sitting there with that on. You are sitting down, and you have a Harry Potter lightning bolt on your forehead.
Okay.
Okay. You have the Harry Potter scarf around your neck, and
Go Gryffindor. Okay.
And you have two plane tickets tucked in a pocket in your shirt.
Okay.
All right. A person walks up, looks at me, looks at you, looks back at me, turns to you and says, "What happened?" Now, to recap, I'm sitting down. I have on a pilot's wing pin that's United. That says United on there. I have casino chips in a bag in one hand. In the other hand, I have a guitar-shaped big drink with a straw. You're sitting down. You have the Harry Potter and lightning bolt on your forehead. You have the, like you said, a Gryffindor sweater wrapped around your neck. And you have two plane tickets tucked into your pocket. Person walks up, says, "What happened?" What do you tell them?
We got fucked up last night. Yes. That alcoholic drink you got, we put some oxy in there. So I don't know what happened, but I turned around, really wanted to become a real character. So I got the tattoo on my forehead. I want to be like fucking Harry Potter, Errweezy Potter, whatever. And I'm like, yo, let's find that bitch that threw me off the damn plane.
Okay.
So as you told me to go find her ass, I found her, and then I ripped her fucking badge off and gave it to you. Like, yeah, so this is how we doing this. So then we're in Atlantic City now.
Okay.
While we were in Atlantic City, I ain't win nothing. All I had was the credit card to pay for the 2 plane tickets. You hit and you got the coins. Now you're like, fuck it. Like, where we gonna go now? We still high. I'm just a little on the, like, cause it's like, you know, the East Coast. So I'm like, I'm kind of cold. So that's why I got my scarf on. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna play this out real well. Now we just in Atlantic City Airport, just waiting to get picked up. Well, we gotta get the trolley to get picked up so we can go to the airport, so we can go to Las Vegas. Cause I'm tired of wearing my scarf. And then we're gonna become rock stars because we're gonna finish that drink on the plane. Yeah, I'm thirsty.
All right, I like that. I like that. You incorporated everything. We found this bit. You ripped the pilot wings.
I found that bitch. I found her ass.
You gave it to me.
Uh-huh.
You became Errweezy, so breezy with the tatty on the 4E.
Mm-hmm. It kind of hurt too. It kind of hurt, yeah.
He's so breezy, but when he flipped that hair back, you see that tattoo.
I'm gonna regret that later. When the oxy wear off from my drink, that guitar drink. Fat Tuesday, here we come. We're gonna refill that drink.
All right, that's a successful. What happened? I hope it doesn't happen in real life. I will not be. I'll be watching every drink that I have around you. My hand will be on top of it. Not a napkin. That doesn't do anything. My hand will be covering the drink.
Well, clearly I drunk all mine because I don't have my drink. You still got your drink. So clearly I'm a heavyweight.
There we go. There we go. And that is what happened. All right. So now it's a chance for you to get something out of me. So you have a chance to give me either a word or a phrase, and I will then give you a story that I can't make up to break the ice for you sharing a story that you cannot make up. Now, your story does not have to relate to mine or anything like that. It's just a story that you can't make up. So you can give me any word or any phrase, and I'll give you a story.
Trip.
Oh, trip. Okay. So, to go along with what you said on the fact of a trip, like your trip back from Vegas, how you had problems. So, I had a long trip back from Miami. So the night before we were supposed to leave, I got drunk. Like, I was drunk. And I came back to the hotel. It was me and a couple other friends, maybe 4 of us. I came back to the hotel, and I was still drunk. And I'm putting all my clothes, like just stuffing them in my suitcase and all that. We get to the airport, and to check in at that moment, like, it was like, all right, however you paid to get your boarding pass. So I'm looking for my wallet and everything. Like, I'm in the line, the boarding line, and my suitcase is flopped open. My clothes are all over the floor and everything. We end up missing our flight. So now we're like, all right, we got to get another flight. No flights are going out from Miami to Philadelphia because there's a storm. So we're in the airport, and we're going from terminal to terminal. The day is coming to an end. No more flights are going out. We end up sleeping in the airport on the floor and all. And we're not the only ones. There's a lot of people that are like stuck in the airport for that night. Another day comes, and we're trying to get on flights again. Going from place to place, terminal to terminal, trying to get on flights, trying to either go to New York or something, just trying to get home. Doesn't work again. A friend ended up hooking us up with a hotel, so we got to stay in the hotel that night, or it was the third night. I just know that I was stuck out there for 3 days because we missed the flight. But on the way home, we had to take I had to take 2 connecting flights. I had to go, first of all, we had to go to Fort Lauderdale. We had to leave Miami, go to Fort Lauderdale, leave out of Fort Lauderdale, and go to like Arizona, and then go somewhere else. We had 3 flights home, but 2 of those flights I got to sit in first class. So it all paid off. It all paid off in the end because I'm here to tell it now.
Wow, Arizona?
Something like that.
Wow. That's crazy.
We were just there for like a little bit. Like we were there for maybe an hour or something. The only part of Arizona that I got to witness was out the window. So it's nothing that was really like, oh yeah, okay, I was there. Nah, I stopped there. So there's my story that I cannot make up.
Okay.
So now, sir, Errweezy, hair so breezy. Keep it all easy. don't have your neck fall.
I'm just saying, my hair is popping. All right.
All right. So now is the time where you can share a story that you can't make up. It can either be something that we've spoken about previous. It could be something that has nothing to do with this. It can be how you tried out for a commercial for Head and Shoulders or whatever it may be. Just
they'll call me one day. They're gonna call me one day. Watch.
Yep. Troy Polamalu's out, so you're in. Just give me a story that you can't make up.
Okay. So there was one time where I was actually working at my second job, and I'm like, I don't feel like going home. So I called my friend at the time before she became a flake.
Okay.
Before she became a flake.
All right.
Like, you want to go out? You want to hang out? Well, we can't go to the movies because there's no movie playing that we want to see. There's nothing really we could do, but we hadn't seen each other. So I'm like, let's just take a trip. Let's go to PA. Okay, I'm down. So I'm like at work. All right, this needs to come to an end. I stop. We're at the mall. I see Dunkin' Donuts. No, not Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sorry, Dairy Queen. So I'm like, all right, Dairy Queen. I was like, yo, I haven't had Dairy Queen in a minute. Let me get me a medium vanilla milkshake. So I get me a medium vanilla milkshake. It's good. It's so good. So good. And it was like the new bottles. Like, it's not like the hard, it's like the clear bottle so you can see what it is. So I'm drinking that. I'm like, oh, this is good. I said, I'm going to regret this later because I'm sort of lactose intolerant for milk. So I'm like, I don't care. This is worth it. So I already know I'm going out. So, okay, no problem. I'm turned around, get in my car. I'm driving back. And I'm on a road where it is supposed to be 25 miles per hour. So I'm just like driving. I'm going a little faster than norm. So I'm like, whatever. Because I'm excited. I'm ready to go and pick up my friend. Mm-hmm. But now my stomach started hurting a little bit. So I'm like, okay, I need to make a stop before I get her. So I go past a car that I realized was a cop car. But I realized it kind of too late when I was side by side with them. And I'm going like 55 miles per hour. So I'm rushing. So, of course, the car pulls out and I already know what it is. So I pull over immediately. So, meanwhile, I still got my cup. My cup is on the side of me and it's empty because I finished it in the car. I had to have a snack. So I rolled down the window. License, registration, and proof of insurance. I was like, hello, officer. How are you? I got you. Let me get right up on my stuff. Do you know why I'm pulling you over? Yes, sir. In fact, I do know why you're pulling me over. Why am I pulling you over? And I said, I was actually speeding back there. He was like, really? How fast were you going? And I was like, approximately 55 miles per hour. He was like, oh, you were actually going 53. You didn't even give yourself credit. And I said, I'm sorry. I was like, I just know that, what I did was wrong. So he was like, where are you going? And I said, okay, so I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to lie to you. I said, I actually am on my way home. I said, because my stomach is hurting. I just got finished drinking this milkshake. And it was a medium. It was good. I'm lactose intolerant. So I need to go. So then he was just like, wait, if you know that you're lactose intolerant, why would you have a milkshake? Now, this is the cop asking me. So I'm like, sir, the same reason why diabetics eat cake or cookies. It just tastes good. That was my response. I was like, it tastes good. Like, I'm not supposed to have it, but it's good. Once in a while, it's okay to indulge. Meanwhile, as I'm telling him this, my stomach goes, I'm like, oh. So I'm like, I can't get upset at what you're doing, but all I can ask is if you're going to give me a ticket, can I get it now? Because my stomach is really hurting. So he hears it because he's just like, okay, so this is what we're going to do.
He hears your stomach?
Yes. Like, you can't, like, I'm so serious. Like, he heard it. Because then he said, okay, I know that you're not making this up. He was like, because I get a lot of stories, but I know yours is the truth right now. My stomach was really going, it did it twice. So he then tells me that he gives me the speech about speeding. I understand. He tells me that you didn't even give yourself enough credit because some people sit here and go say that they went under. He said I went over. I said not for nothing. I really didn't care where I was going. I just needed to get home. I informed him, like, you know, you're doing your job. I can't get upset at you. So if I got to get a ticket, I got to get a ticket. Can I just get it now so I can get home? My stomach hurts. So then he turned around, and after giving me the speech, he said he's going to let me go with a warning and to just slow it down. I said, not a problem. I only got 7 more blocks to go. I'm almost there. I just need to get home. So he let me go with a warning. And this is the first time I ever got stopped by the police. I was thankful because I really didn't want to get that $200 ticket.
Did you go out with your friend after that?
Yeah. We went out. I wish I did. I had to be where I had to be by 1. By 1, I got there. But I had to make that stop first, though. And then come and stop it all up. I didn't even really have to go to the bathroom. It was just gas. Like, okay, I had to go home and find that out first. Like, oh, this ain't nothing real? Oh, I'm out.
That gas got you out of a ticket, though.
It sure did.
He was like, all right, we're going to work together.
My stomach was like, it literally did like something was dropping. It was like that. I don't care. He heard it. I was like I was hungry. I wasn't hungry. Shit. That needs to come out.
It's a good thing you had that milkshake sitting right there.
I had it right there, so he saw it. Like, it was right there. Like, because I was drinking it slow. I had to indulge myself. Like, you know, I'm like, that milkshake was good. I don't have them very often, and clearly now you know why I don't have it very often. It hits me right away. And it always hits me after I'm done drinking the last drop. So now it's like, oh, so you're not gonna give me no more? Now I'm gonna fix you. That's my intestines were probably saying.
The funny thing is that I usually, at this point in the episode with my guests, I usually have like questions. Like, I usually ask these questions to verify because I'm just like, all right, it's a little skeptical. But I'm gonna give you props because you brought in the fact of vanilla when I asked you that during one word. You brought back the fact of your friend that was in the "Don't Try to Play Me" segment.
Yeah.
You brought back the headline because you were still dealing with the cops in this story, and and you told me what happened. I could just picture it. I could see the whole day. Because you were just like, oh yeah, like you wanted to get off work. I'm going to treat myself. Dairy Queen. And you was probably bumping some music. You was probably bumping Whitney.
Actually, not Whitney this time. I was bumping Chris Brown.
See if you can run it.
Oh, that's the song I was listening to. After that one, it was because I have, like, on my phone, like, I got a whole bunch of Chris Brown songs. So, Wet the Bed was supposed to be next on the playlist.
You was about to wet the bed.
Not in a good way.
Yeah, I didn't say in a good way. If he ain't let you go soon, you was going to wet that bed, all right?
He let me go. He let me go. I'm just saying, like.
All right. Wow. So I really don't have. Did you tell your friend about the story?
Oh yeah, that's how we got to Pennsylvania. I had to tell her everything that happened.
Did you then drive there?
Huh? Well, I went home first. I thought I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't. It was just gas.
Yeah. After
that, I went and picked her up, and we were out. We were out.
You drove again?
Yeah.
So you still have faith that it was just gas?
Yeah.
So it ended up just being gas this whole time.
Mhm.
All right. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. Okay, the last question that I have for you before we close out this episode. When it's time and Errweezy, So Breezy, is a memory, how do you want to be remembered?
That's a very good question.
That's why this is the only question I didn't tell you in the beginning.
All right, so I guess I want to be remembered for being an honest person that was easygoing, hard at times, because I do have my attitude issues and stuff like that. But for the most part, I just want to be remembered as a person that was fair. Like, fair. Like, crazy things happen. You can't get upset all the time. But where I have my good days, I have my bad days. So I'm always equalizing everything out. So I feel as though that's fair. So I just want to be remembered as a fair person who just wanted to live.
Okay. All right. That's cool. I have no criticism towards that answer. That's a good answer. A lot of people tend to say that. Well, I've gotten it a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But you were leaning more towards fair. People were like mostly honest, but you're honest and fair, and I can see that, and I appreciate that, because not every situation is the same. You have to treat different situations on how it's happening. Because if your ass didn't have that milkshake, you wouldn't have been sitting there telling the truth.
Nah, I would have had to sit here and work extra to pay that shit off. Because he told me how much it would have been. I said, oh. Thank God I drunk it slow. That's all I gotta say. I'm glad I wasn't sitting here like trying to slurp it down. No, I was drinking it slow.
So, there you go. Now, before we close out the episode, is there anything that you wanna tell people or leave the people with, or anything like that?
Thank you for enjoying my stories, my truths. They were not made up. Everything actually happened. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah.
All right. And I second that. I'm sitting here looking at him as he tells the stories, and like he said, the one story with United, you can fact check that yourself. And this story with the cop, he said enough details that it is true. So again, I'd like to thank Errweezy, So Breezy, for being up in the heezy on my podkeezy. Appreciate that. My name is AJ Dunk. You can find me at ajdunk.com. From there, my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, all AJ Dunk. If it's not AJ Dunk, it's AJ Dunk, all caps. The only exception is Snapchat. The name is Wet Laugh. If you go to ajdunk.com, you can see my YouTube page and you can subscribe to be on my newsletter. Again, thank you, Errweezy, for coming on to I Can't Make This Up and being a guest. I appreciate it. My name is AJ Dunk. Don't forget, laughter's always in style, and let them know, Ma.